thought I'd do a quick little lesson on how to play the main riff, the intro riff, and the main riff for Motörhead's Dancing on Your Grave, which for me is, well, it's one of my top Motörhead tracks anyway, but certainly for me the finest track on Another Perfect Day, which was the one album they did with Robbo, Brian Robertson. Yeah, so it starts off deceptively melodic. Picked out chords, so let's have a look at what's going on. Yeah, I'm just going to look at the main riff afterwards, there'll be tabs for it. I mean, I could do the whole song if anyone was interested, but the main riff is the one that is the most involved, as it were. Let's have a look. So what is it? We got to build up first of all. Open A, 2nd fret, which is your B. 3rd fret, 2nd finger, which is your C. So that's your introductory. Then we do that, which is actually a C9. If you just play a C chord and add on the 9th, I'm getting dangerously into theory territory here, which is not my strongest point, but I believe that's correct, which is the D. Really nice. And there, it's just chopped out a few notes. So we go all down, all down strokes on that. That's not correct. The last one is an upstroke. That's quite important. So just try that one first of all, just to get your feet, as it were. Okay, once we got that, going to move the 2nd finger down to the 3rd fret on the bottom E, which is a G. Play it myself. And then pick those 2 top notes again, so. Again, there's your all down strokes, there's your upstroke, downstroke, and again. Once we've done that, so we've got this so far. Then we do a nice D. So. And here we do the 4th thing, D4, normal D. Use your little finger stick on the 4th. Very Pete Townsend from The Who. But we pick it out, we don't strum it. These are all the chords are sort of kind of picked out. So play, and again, in learning this riff, there's various. I really like it as a an exercise, because it's good exercise in picking, alternate picking, and I don't know, appreciating the chords. I don't, because arpeggio is more like that's a certain chord, but you play all the notes. But I don't know, that's picking the chords out. And the old folk thing is to call it clawhammer style. You know, if you finger picking using the thumb, but. So strum that D all just nice and crisp and clear. That is one chord. We're playing all at the same time. And then just that little refrain there. Top 2 strings, alternate picking. Oh, no, it's not. think about it myself sometimes. So it's actually all upstrokes. Then repeat that. So we've got so far on to. And again, then play the A, but because we're going to play the fourth on the A, just do the chord with one finger, push down. This might be tricky if you've learned to do it with all three fingers, which is how it's traditionally done first of all. It can be tricky, so hold that one. That can hurt and quickly get tiring when you first try it, but here it's a necessity. Notice I've got the thumb here choking the E, and this finger is also, as well as holding down those the second fret on the D, G and the B, it's also resting on the top E. So with that note choked and with this note choked, I can really bash the strings, and it's fun. It's not gonna, if I wasn't choking, how can I do it without, it's gonna sound like a bit different, but we're gonna and again. I'll play it myself. So your fourth is the D, which is the third fret on the B string. So and once again, not to be boring, these are, I really like the fact that you can break down. You got the main riff, the whole thing, but you can actually just take a part of it and just practice it over and over again, and it will have great effects on improving your playing. Just doing that. Practice the picking. I'm gonna sort of back off about saying, oh, it's alternate picking or it's straight down and stuff, because it seems, without me thinking about it, it seems to change whether I'm playing it at normal speed as it was in the recording, whether I'm slowing it down to show. So even here I'm doing, yeah, if I slow it down it's all upstroke. It seems to be like I want to make it more deliberate. If I do it at normal speed, still upstrokes. But before, when I did it, it was more alternate picking. I sometimes think there's just, what am I trying to say? Sometimes there's not a rule. It's like, don't play alternate picking here or do just downstrokes here. It depends on the person, the style, how fast you're playing it, all the rest of it. So some things have to be sort of figured out, as it were, subconsciously. It sounds like mumbo jumbo, but I believe it to be true. For the sake of the argument, let's just use upstrokes. So we got, I'm not going to go painfully slow, but I'll do it slower. Repeating. So it repeats 2 times around, basically, your D and your A. And then it Brian Robertson's Melodic Intro just crashes into classic Motörhead. Oh, and then I think it was on the back of some record. It was an old cartoon, and it had Brian Robertson teaching Lemmy and Phil, Filthy Phil. And they'd done Phil. I mean, Phil was quite muscly anyway, but they'd done Phil. He was like some sort of like half gorilla, and Lemmy's, you know, got a bottle of whatever in his fag, and Brian Robertson's pointing at. He's got his stick and he's pointing at a board. On this board is written, "This is a chord." And Lemmy and Phil both like that. You know, the old joke, which wasn't true though, that like they weren't musically proficient, because they were, but I think there was this concept that Brian Robertson was a bit above them musically. I think Lemmy moaned about how long some of the solos were on Another Perfect Day. But anyway, that's when that glorious intro, I don't know what effect, it sounds like Brian Robertson's got some chorus on there or something. Really great. That's when it just crashes in. So to play it one more time. That's your E, just comes with D. As I'm not going to do a breakdown of the whole song. I mean, we're on nearly 12 minutes now as it is, and it's kind of, after that, it's kind of your more sort of basic bar chords, of which there'll be a tab. But I just want to look at that riff. Apart from being a great riff from a fantastic song for me, it's also got lots of lovely little things in there to learn and help your picking get better and all the rest of it, if you're still at a certain point in your musical journey, or whatever I'm trying to say, you know, if you're coming along. Okay, so I think I've broken that down there. As always, any questions, comments, queries, etc., leave me a comment. Cheers.